Alright, welcome back to my this ongoing thing I've been doing throughout the night. This will be most assuredly my last video, and I'm just going to do a real quick video on this, but I wanted to kind of point out um, one of the issues you're going to have when you're doing station construction. So I'm going to go kind of rapid fire through this. This is kind of a quick way for you to make money. So that's what we're just going to be talking about in this video. I have not been making a lot because I was looking for all the timelines, ships. I did the timelines, went looking for the ships. That was an adventure. I've gotten all the ships except the racing ships, including the experimental fighter, which is hands down the fastest ship in the game. But it's like a balsa wood, made out of balsa wood. Once the shields are down, the shields will go down fast. It's had one. Luckily, there is a ship that's pretty awesome. That's the Odachi. It's an M-class ship, experimental. But a little bit too, you find out, if you go through the timeline story, you find out what's up with the asteroid that your player HQ's up. But that's not what we're going to be talking about. I gotta shoot this off real quick. So, if we look at the entire thing here, this is what I would do if I was making money, not trying to focus on the gameplay part. But now things are moving way too slow for me, so I figured, well, I need to make money, and I was like, well, if I'm going to do it, then I might as well show how I do it. So if you're interested, it doesn't matter what game start you have, right? Not at all. You just take whatever starting fighter you get or starting ship that you get and go. And here's what you do. Once you're clear of whatever intro part you have to do, keep in mind you don't have to do the missions as long as you have the first ship and you can control it, do this. You're going to want to hightail it down to Holy Vision, to the gate that goes from Holy Vision to Faulty Logic. If you get here in time, you can find, now this is up to you, this is optional, this part I'm throwing in here, because you can get a SETA drive within half hour to an hour of farming in the game if you do this right. So you come here and just keep farming. There's going to be huge battles, Xenon, Hop, they'll be pushing through over here if you have to go through the gate. Just don't engage if you hear the alert, like a deeper tone, like wah, meaning you've been targeted. Just get out, because you're in the starting ship, right? Your goal is to get the 3 parts of the SETA drive, which is, I should have it on my thing here. Is that considered? It's probably equipment. I'm an idiot. Software? I don't even know what they would consider actually. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be any of this stuff. Yeah, this is all for ships. Hang on with me just a sec here and we'll find it. But what I could do is actually look at it in my inventory, I think. There we go. So to make a SETA drive, you're going to need a damaged singularity engine, a flux capacitor, programmable field array. All 3 of them are pretty rare drops. They're really, really hard, and it seems like Ubisoft with this recent update even made it harder. Damaged singularity drive is going to be really hard to find. Don't expect to find this unless you get extremely lucky, unless it's M-class ship might, like P's might have a chance to drop it. K's, decent chance, right? So if you see a K, make sure you get it stuff. Just don't be too close when it blows up or you'll get yourself killed. Alright, anyways, the second spot that you're going to want to look at, this is the important flashpoint right here and through this gate. You're not going to be able to avoid advanced satellites. That's if you want to farm it. I wouldn't do that. I'm kind of changing my strategy up here. So we're going to make this all about getting your SETA drive because time is money, right? And if you can click the clock fast forward like 5 times speed, that's, you're making your money 5 times faster once you have a trade fleet, right? So, or shipyard, which is what we're going to get into. So anyways, you're going to want to farm that SETA drive as part of this whole money making scheme. So you're gonna have to do that here, or you're gonna have to do that here, because realistically, you're not gonna be out there farming K-class ships, right? You do have another option, and I'll go to that in a second. The other flashpoint is here in Hakava's Choice 3. You come up through Argon Prime, take this gate, you'll get like a little story mission pop up. At this thing, it splinters off from the highway. This gate leads over to Tharkas Cascade 15. It's also where the Xenon H L-class ship is located. It's not too hard to get if you do it right. The important thing to note is that this is the other flashpoint that I've talked about in a lot of my videos. This is where you can also get a lot of setup parts. You just got to be patient. One person said in my videos, it doesn't happen. It does. Like, look at the station, it's still getting bombarded. It's always going to be conflict here, guaranteed. It's just, you know, the RNG be with you. May the RNG be with you, because it's just all luck. Okay, but this is not luck. So you come down here, boom, you hit this jump gate, right? Now you're gonna make your way towards this super highway, and you're approaching it. Approach the right side, right? You'll see it's blue. You know, you'll go through here, you get spat out. Boom, you can see there's a Xenon defense platform, probably be a K, bunch of fighters here. It doesn't matter, you're gonna be at high speed. Know that there's an important thing to know, that behind this are a lot of friend and foe mines peppering the area. Also, as you make a right hand turn 90 degrees, kind of, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking for a ship kind of towards the edge of this this overlap where the purple and the blue meet. Right in this area will be an Odysseus class ship. So if you're having problems with it, hit shift 3, shoot out a pulse by holding down the R and letting go before you overcharge it. Just get in this area, you'll see it's an Odysseus. Make sure before you've done this, that you stopped at a wharf or wherever you start off, just buy the chumpiest dude on the docks, like 3,500 credits. Like, don't spend more money on him, and assign him as the pilot for your ship. This is very, very important, right? Very, very critical part. Make him the pilot, not the marine. So you assign him as the pilot, and then you still are piloting it, right? He'll just be waiting. If you get out of your seat, the same thing, he takes over the ship, right? That's why you want to do this for a reason. So if you get lucky and you come down here, more than likely you'll probably only have an N to have to fight it out with, which you should be able to fight it out. And maybe you'll even get lucky and not have that on you. If you do have a ship on you, try to lose them. Dip off, do a roundabout thing, come back. Just be aware that there's clouds of mines, but they're going to be on this like ecliptic like axis, the Z axis, right? There'll be like a cloud of them if you can picture it. So if you go way below the ecliptic, you'll dodge the mines, and that's really important to know for this next part. So when you're in the fighter, it's easy. At travel mode, you just dodge the little red dots you see coming at you. Boom, boom, boom. You make it. You get over to the Odysseus. I would save it before you come through here. Hit F5, make a quick save. Bam. All right, you're over here now. Grab yourself the Odysseus, right? Now, do not send the guy on your ship as a Marine to board, because if he does a forcible Marine capture, the moment you take over the ship, half the turrets are going to blow up, right? And you want those turrets because that's what's going to make you the money. So you go over get out of the ship yourself, and you got to do this quick, right? Because you don't want a Xenon patrol to vector in on you. So quick, boom, get out of your ship, spacesuit, go over to the ship, go right near the top of the Odysseus by the bridge. You'll go into scanner mode by shift 2. You're going to see a signal, right? Get close to it, hit backspace to kind of steady yourself if you're not too good at doing, let's say, the 0G kind of stuff, or the little backpack thing. It's just hold down the backspace, and what that does is stops all thrust in all directions. Get close enough, you'll read that signal. Boom, ship's yours. Hit shift D, get into that ship ASAP, run for the freaking bridge, man, right? And when you get real close there, bam, get on the comms, tell the guy to land on the ship, the Odysseus you're on. Then you get in charge of it. Okay, now you're safe. Ish. Pretty much safe, unless a K is coming. One time I had a K come down, unluckily for me, from the north, right? So time is of the essence here. So you grab the Odysseus, turn around, know that you can deploy laser towers from it. So if you do get in a little bit of a kerfuffle, just eject some Mark II laser towers, you know. Anyways, what you're going to want to do is shoot your way east now. Now you're going to have these minefields to contend with, right? Here's the thing, just fly underneath them. You're not going to be dodging through minefields with a big L-class capital ship. So you're going to come down now. You don't want to come straight at the gate, because what you want to do is stop right about here. You can see where I kind of stopped. And then come out of travel drive, turn your nose, aim it at the highway, right? There's a reason for this. Now you're going to get up to speed, and by the time you hit here, you'll be at about 2,500 meters per second. And this is important because if you get tagged by, let's say, any of the forces here, or mine hits you, your momentum will still carry you through that gate. So that's why it's important. Aim at the right gate again for this one. You'll make it through. Even if you hit a mine, no big deal, no harm, no foul. Just as quick as you can, turn towards this jump gate and accelerate out, right? Now you can be lame if you want. Here's a lame way to do it. You go over here, capture the ship, get out of it immediately. Make sure that you've got the Hop Pyramid shipyard uncovered. So when you first enter in here, if you want to do the lame method, go over here, get it on your radar, and then come back down here, do everything I just said, except pause your game. Get back on your fighter, right? Left click select the Odysseus, right click the shipyard, and then sell to the shipyard, right? It's really stupid. I don't like doing that because I think it's really cheesy, because they're buying a ship deep behind enemy lines, and it's kind of fun to kind of earn it. Anyways, you're going to earn between 7 and to 8.5 million, right? This is huge. So what you do with this, normally I would say, buy miners or buy trade ships, right? Trade ships are still something you're going to want to buy, but there's a faster way to making money, right? So the next part, you've got your 7.5 million, right? Do you have your SATA drive? Have you farmed for it? You need your SATA drive for the next part that's coming up. So if you don't have your SATA drive, just with the 8.5 million you got, stop at the Hop Pyramid Wharf, buy 4 advanced satellites, drop a satellite here, go through the gate, drop one over here. I didn't do it on this save, but just trust me on this. This way you can see at a glance if there's anything kicking off, and you can also see the drops. So you can see, oh, there's a damaged, Singularity engine, so you make your way over there fast. And do the same for up here at Hakova's Choice. Drop a advanced satellite here, go through the gate, boom, drop one over here. It'd be the best, say 300,000, probably 350,000 that you're going to spend out of your 7 to 8 million that you have. Now, next part is the rep grind, and this is going to be real, right? So if it were me, I would get Argon, come up here to the Argon Wharf, buy a ship, go to M class, buy yourself an IDES Vanguard transporter, right? Set this bad boy for a low preset, right? He doesn't need to be super awesome. Now, what you can do if you want to make this a little easier on yourself, it's up to you if you want to spend the cash or not. You could make it closer to a mil, maybe you want to go halfway, but having him being able to move faster it's not essential, but it will help, right? Time is money sort of thing, right? But it's not, I mean, even at a low preset, 500,000, and then maybe buy 2 or 3 of these, and then set this guy in this area. I'll show you how I have my guy set up. Once he's built, let's say he's sitting on the dock, you've made your order, you've placed it. There may be a chance that they're low on supplies, may take them a little minute to complete your order. It's fine. If you have your SATA drive, you just hit shift 4, just wait. You'll see your ships get built. Boom, they're going to be sitting on this dock right here, right? So you just click it. Let's put on keys there. Ironically, he's on his way there. You're going to go to information for your ship, go over to the behavior tab. You're going to select auto trade, and you're going to choose smart ships and anchor him here, right? Now you're anchoring him here because he's not smart enough. All the pilots that you get starting off are going to be window lickers. So he doesn't have the ability to do advanced auto trade because he doesn't have 3 stars, right? That's why some guys, when you talk to them on the docks, are worth like $1 million to buy them. It's because they've got a high piloting skill or something. It's ridiculous, and these guys get experience really slow. Anyways, the reason I'm saying to do this is because you can now go off and play the game, right? If you want. So buy 2 traders, have them trading smart ships. They're gonna need smart ships for everything all the time. Like this guy has never stopped moving, right? So he's constantly ferrying smart ships to the wharf and the shipyard here from the factories here. So it's done deal, set it, forget it, go, right? Go do your thing. Finish off some of the storyline, maybe get your player HQ, whatever. Your goal here is your grinding rep. Every time they complete a transaction with Argon, or whatever faction you use them for, the trade ships are the ships that will make you your reputation for you without you having to do anything, right? So every trade, it'll probably go up a point at start, then it might be a point every 2 or 3 trades, something like that. Anyways, the key is to get to 10, right? At 10 rep, you'll get invited to go talk to the representative for Argon. You can see it's a little guy with the little crown on his head here. You get a thing. Come here, go to the manager's office, meet with the person. They're going to give you a long spiel about, we've been paying attention to your blah, 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 and we feel you deserve recognition. They're going to give you a rank promotion, right? And that rank promotion is going to allow you to buy the modules from here that you're going to want to buy. Now, I don't have it on my save. This is what I'm going to be focusing on here in a moment. I'm going to have to do it a little bit backwards, so I'll explain how I'm going to do it as well, but I'm kind of rapid fire going off here. So what you want to do, though, is you're going to want to buy the hull part blueprint. So you buy it from the faction representative, by the way. So you're going to want to buy the hull part. You'll get the energy things from finding Bozo, Todd, and your player HQ. So you won't need that. You're going to maybe need larger storage. So maybe get a large container storage, right? A whole part factory, maybe like a medium, solid, medium gas storage or whatever, liquid storage or whatever the hell they call them. The reason I'm saying that is because there will be missions that you will get to construct. So you're going to want to come back into Argon space. Once you've got all this, you've got the money, you can buy these blueprints. With that 7 million, you should easily be able to buy the blueprints that you need, right? What's going to happen is they're going to have these missions that'll pop up that you get to earn the money. They're going to say, hey, we want a whole part factory. Put it down in this area. They'll tell you the plot size, follow everything to a T that they say. Just slap the pieces in there, hit the randomize button for station building, and it'll just slap everything for you. Assign a build ship to it, like one of these mammoth vanguards that's flying around. Select him, boom, give him the money he needs to complete the orders, and the station will eventually get built. Once it's built, it'll get turned over to Argon, and they're going to pay you millions, and you just wash, rinse, repeat until you get to the point where you have enough money to now make your way to Copytrack Substrate. And that's, you're going to need the Terran DLC, Cradle of Humanity for that. Buy the Substrate Factory. If it were me, I would recommend placing it in Getsufune. Place it behind some of these like defensive platforms, right? That way you don't have to worry about it too much. And then start building up a mining fleet, make it a closed loop system. You'll just start printing money, and then you're on your way to a shipyard, and by then I don't need to explain to you what you should be doing. Me now, I'm kind of in a pickle. I'm faced with 2 ways to have to earn money. 3. I could do missions, lame, not gonna do that. I could sit here farming stuff around these jump gates, lame, not gonna do that. Or I can just bite the bullet on the highest rep faction I've got and jack one of their their transport ships or something, you know, something big that I don't have to worry about. So probably like in Calcutta or something along those lines. Let's see if we could see one. Here, I'll unpause the game and we'll see if we see one coming in. There's like something like this, or even a mining ship. Just take it over, just blast at it, keep, you know, harassing them, and eventually you may see them bail. Like they'll, you know, don't blow it up, but you'll see them bail, you know, whatever. There you go, you just made a couple million. So it sucks, but at least it's kind of fun in a way, right? You'll take a hit to the rep with that faction, but who cares, right? You just build it's really easy to get the rep back as long as you don't dip into uh-oh mode. So that's why you want to go to your faction tab, make sure that you're not like, I don't know, at negative 15. Because once I push to negative any further at all, they'll just start shooting at me. Right now, they won't. They're just not letting me dock. They're just not, but they won't shoot my ships down if they see them. Same with the Zyark patriarchy. But if you piss them off a little bit more, bam, you're just basically going to be like the Xenon, and everything are going to be at you. So ironically, you're going to want to look for your friend and be like, sorry, buddy. Like Terran Protector, it would be perfect because their ships sell for insane amounts of money. So you could just find one of their transports and harass it. But I would probably try not to harass it where they'll have ships come after you. So, but if you follow the guide and everything I said up to this, within the beginning of the game, 10-15 minutes, you got yourself 8 million. Give it another half hour to an hour, you got yourself a SETA drive. Now, following what I said, you could probably make your way to 10-20 million in another hour or two of play. That's pretty good. Without the SETA drive, you're super screwed. So you need the SETA drive. Otherwise, you're gonna might as well leave your PC running and go dock at a station and go to bed for the night, because that's how long it's gonna take to build stations. Now, another thing I want to point out real quick, and then I'm going to be hopping off, is there's a real shitty thing that the computer will do. So this is not a simulated fake economy, and this is kind of like EVE Online. So the economy is real. It's dictated by supply and demand. So here's the issue. Right now, my station. Let's take a look at this. So if you go into the plan build, come down here, expand the manage buy offers needed for resources, we're going to see that, well, actually, first you're going to want to look at the top one. So my apologies here, hang on. We could see that I'm short on hull parts. So everything else has been, Claytronics is surprisingly here. I say surprisingly because these get eaten up quick. But hull parts are used for making ships, all sorts of stuff, right? I mean, these are in demand, hot items. So the problem with this is, well, there's a lot of problems here. What'll happen is because this is such a high demand item, supply and demand, low supply pushes demand up, which means you're going to be paying more and more and more. Somehow the computer knows, even though I've looked at it and it's just really crazy, but look at my station, it's out in the middle of nowheres, right? Nobody comes out here. It's like off the beaten track for a reason, so you could take this sector over actually if you wanted, before somebody else does. But here's the problem with this. Somehow the AI kind of knows that you're trying to put in orders. So maybe it could be traders. It could be that easy. It could just be traders coming by. They're getting info, sharing it with their faction, right? So what does that mean? It means that the cost to construct your building is going to go up, up, up. If you don't pay attention to this, you'll never have your station built. Because the reason being is the demand will keep going up, 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 up. So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like you're doing an auction, right? And it's like people are bidding for these all parts, and so you'll see that price start to inch up. Now watch, if I purposely over inflated them to the point where I'm basically broke right now. I do have some money coming in from trades. It's like pitiful how much money I have, but I'm not about to sell the nice ships I've got here that I found. So the one of a kind ships. So watch this. When I undo the thing, we'll go into SATA drive. Watch that number, 920, 945, 969, that's supply and demand right there. They're going to try to, and if you just keep hitting accept, you're just going to be just sitting there like a moron, right? So just set it like 40K over or 100K if you got the money over what the budget is, and just watch it. And eventually what'll happen is a trader is going to accept that offer and send a ship out to you, right? Once that happens, you're good. You don't need to worry about this anymore. But right now, I need a trader to go, oh, yeah, this guy is paying way more than anybody else is, so I'll go with him. But you can see how it's just constantly going up. That's hull parts, man. That's hull parts in high demand. And I, ironically, as well as every other person in the game, is pushing this price up. It's just going beep 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 beep, 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 and it's just gonna keep going and going and going until someone comes out. So I'm going to be keeping it quiet here because people going to sleep, but I'll let you kind of see this until we see a ship come. You'll see what it is. I'm Nostradamus. Watch. You're going to see an Incarcuta, probably come from Argon or Antigone Republic. They're going to dock with my station storage, and they're going to sell me my hull parts, right? So I'll mute the mic and we'll just go from there, and we'll just wait for that to happen, right? So you can actually see it happen, and then I'm gonna probably be cutting it short because it's already getting super late. Yeah, it's 11:54. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm muted now, but yeah, just go back over the video. Everything you need to know to get yourself off to a start. There's no better way you could do it. There's no ship that you can find that's worth more than 7 to 8.5 million that you can just go grab, you know, right away in the beginning of the game. No matter what game start you do, it's crazy. Anyways.
Awaiting orders. Mammoth, Sentinel,